Yo, what's up, guys? How are we doing today, man? It is officially that day. ALDS Game 1 for my New York Yankees. The boy will be going live on Playback for every single MLB game today. I'm talking Cubs, Brewers, 208. Obviously, Yankees, Blue Jays, 408. Dodgers, Phillies, 638. Tigers, Mariners, 8:38. It's going to be a long day of glorious MLB postseason ball, and the boy will be live on Playback right here in the left corner, playback.tv/yourboyjohn, watching every single game today. But other than that, let's get straight into the video. So I'm reacting to the Yankees ALDS roster, the Blue Jays ALDS roster, and a little preview as well of the game. Game 1 starters are Kevin Gausman for the Blue Jays and Luis Gil for the New York Yankees. So let me make a little prediction before I click on this and show the roster. I want to, not a prediction, but what I want to see. I want to see Ryan Yarbrough on a playoff roster, and I also want to see, instead of JC Escarra as the third string emergency catcher, I want to see Austin Slater on the roster. I do not want to see Trent Grisham like left-handed pitcher. He went what? He got against Crochet, Chapman, and against Early. He got one combined hit. Again, Chapman and Crochet one of the best, two of the best at their position. So it is what it is. But I just don't love Grisham making left-handed pitching this season, okay? It is what it is at the end of the day, but it's just nitpicking at the end of the day, but let's get into it, okay? Yankees LDS roster, oh my God. Why is Paul Blackburn on the roster again? Oh my God, man. But Bednar's in, Blackburn, why? What is the reason for Paul Blackburn? Is he last year's Tim Mesa? Fernando Cruz, obviously. Camilo Doval, yup. Max Fried, yup. Game 1 starter Luis Gil was not on the roster last series, by the way. Tim Hill, yup. Rodon, Schlittler, Warren, Weaver, and Devin Williams. Why is Ryan Yarbrough not on the roster? I mean, Blue Jays don't have that many lefties. We'll get into the roster as well and break all of that down, but ugh. I like Ryan Yarbrough. I just saw a video of him throwing. I thought he'd be on the roster. Like, I don't know what this gimmick is. I mean, he was with them in spring training. He had a pretty good regular season. He got injured, came back. Long relief, mop-up guy. Like, why is Paul Blackburn on the roster? He's not good. Like, I don't know what this gimmick is. Catchers, Escarra is still on the roster with Wells as well. So I'm guessing Slater's not on the roster when Grisham cannot hit left-handed pitching. What are y'all doing? Infielders, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Paul Goldschmidt, Ryan McMahon, Anthony Volpe. Outfielders still Jason Dominguez, Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, and Giancarlo Stanton. Utilities are the same. Cody Bellinger, Jose Caballero, Ben Rice, and Ahmed Rosario. The only thing they changed was no Mark Leiter Jr. Okay. I don't get this. I don't love Mark Leiter Jr., but Mark Leiter Jr. at least is better than Paul Blackburn. I don't know what this Paul Blackburn gimmick is. So the only thing they ended up changing was literally just that. Was swapping out Mark Leiter Jr. for Luis Gil. But yeah, why is Yarbrough not on the roster? I really don't get this at all. I really don't get this at all. Let me see some of these comments as well. Would have liked Yarbrough on the roster. Bro say I like him over Weaver. All right. How did Blackburn make it this far? Look at Blackburn's numbers, bro. I don't care, dude. Look at his baseball savant. He's not good at the sport, dog. Like, I don't know what this gimmick is, but obviously it's a good roster. It got us by the teeth of our skin to beat the Red Sox. Blue Jays are a different beast, man. The Blue Jays are an ethical ball club. Not the Red Sox aren't, but they have for power. They don't strike out. They have a couple underrated relievers. Starting pitching is to be determined, you know. I saw Bassett's off the roster, Bo Bichette's off the roster. Barrios, I believe, is injured, so they have a couple of injuries. But let's get into the Blue Jays, and then I have a slight preview as well. But damn, again, I really would have liked to see Austin Slater on the roster. Would have liked to see Ryan Yarbrough, but it's still JC Escarra, and instead of Gil being off the roster, it's now Mark Leiter Jr. instead, with Paul Blackburn somehow being on the roster for God knows what reason. Anyways. Yo, oh my God. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Not that, I'm talking about the graphic. I'll just, you know, the Canada, Toronto, yeah, whatever. Anyways, yapping aside, Shane Bieber, Justin Brule, Serenity Dominguez, what they got, Braden Fisher, Mason Fluharty, what's it called? Game 1 starter, Kevin Gausman, Jeff Hoffman, Eric Lauer. So they have 3 lefties in their bullpen now with Brendan Little, which is why I would have loved potentially Austin Slater, because he's supposed to be able to hit left-handed pitching and play the outfield, and they have 3 lefties in their bullpen anyways. Tommy Nance, Yariel Rodriguez, Louis Varland, who I do like, and Trey Yesavage, who I would guess would be the Game 3 starter for the Blue Jays. Just my 2 cents. Catching, they have Tyler Heineman, Alejandro Kirk. Infielders, they have Addison Barger, who just swings a toothpick. The guy just absolutely just has insane bat speed and hits the ball incredibly hard. Ernie Clement, Andres Jimenez, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., of course, IKF. Outfielders, Nathan Lukes, Anthony Santander is back, came back at the tail end of the season. David Schneider, George Springer, who's been one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball this season. Miles Straw, Don Varsho. So they're saying in the comments as well, no Bo Bichette, who's unfortunately injured. No Scherzer, Scherzer was not good at the end, man. Let's be honest. No Barrios Belize is injured, and Bassett, maybe his long relief was a little bit surprising, but yeah, 27 replies. This is horrific. No Scherzer, no Bassett. Ridiculous. Do you seriously want Scherzer pitching? He's been awful. All right, now let's get into a little preview for the ALDS. So it's Yankees, Blue Jays. Game 1 is going to be Luis Gil versus Kevin Gausman. Kevin Gausman has a disgusting splitter. He's usually done pretty well against the Yankees. I believe he had an 8-inning gem against him not too long ago with 1 earned run. The Yankees have faced him a lot. They have a lot of numbers against him. He's been here in ALDS for a while after having that breakout season with the San Francisco Giants, that they're starting it off with the Baltimore Orioles again in ALDS, so they have a lot of numbers off of Kevin Gausman. Luis Gil, on the other hand, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a Luis Gil guy this season. Last season I started off hot, and then the second half he fell off and put up a 3.5 on a dot ERA. He literally came this close to being an all-star, and then it all came crashing down literally right before the all-star break. And so he had strikeout stuff last year. This year he doesn't. He's a pop-out and fly ball guy. He's not really getting ground balls. He has some of the worst command known to man. Just not incredibly high in Luis Gil at all, but he did pitch decently well. He had like a 6-inning, 1 earned run game, but he caused a lot of traffic on the base paths and things like that. So just not high. And I believe Game 2 is Max Fried. Max Fried has had a bad start against the Blue Jays this season. Game 3 is going to be Carlos Rodon. If there is a Game 4, Schlittler. And obviously back to Gil as well for that Game 5, or Fried on short rest. God knows at that point. But for the Blue Jays, what's it called? They just annoying team. They don't strike out. They hit for power. Just an annoying ball club. They play fundamentally sound baseball. Shout out to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Do have questions in the bullpen. They have a couple underrated guys like their lefties, like I mentioned, Flew, Hardy, and Little. But Hoffman gives up barrels. Hoffman can get strikeouts, but he also gives up barrels. I know he's not loved. Spencer Dominguez isn't consistent, but he also has strikeout stuff as well. They have a couple interesting guys in this roster. Alejandro Kirk is an annoying at bat. Jimenez is great defensively. Ernie Clement kills left-handed pitching. Barger is a demon against right-handed pitching. Santander obviously can erupt at any point. He had 45+ homers last season. George Springer is one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball this season, and he is an absolute Yankees killer. He's been that since his Astros days. So it's going to be a tough series for sure. It's going to be a tough series for sure. Aaron Judge has pretty good numbers against the Blue Jays, but he really was Luis Ariz in the first series against the Boston Red Sox. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath. It's going to come down to starting pitching. It's going to come down to, can the Yankees be able to hit? Last series they weren't good with runner scoring position. They weren't good with runners on base. Can they change that this series? Again, it's going to be incredibly tough because the Red Sox are prone to striking out, whereas the Blue Jays are bottom of the league. So it's going to be a lot of infield defense. It's going to be a lot of just playing fundamentally sound baseball. You can't make mistakes on this team. You can't give them extra at-bats, extra swings, extra opportunities. You really have to put them down. Like, you really cannot take this team lightly. This team tied with you for the best record in the American League at 94 wins. This is a really good ball club, and Rogers is gonna be on fire. They have the first 2 games. Crowder's gonna be on fire. Yeah, because I think the series is the 5-game series LDS. It's 2-2-1. So yeah, can Yankees get the Jeff Hoffman? Can the bullpen do enough? Who do you trust in this bullpen? Because Weaver was absolutely abysmal. He literally cost them that game 1 against the Red Sox. He came in with a multi-run lead. I think it was 1 or 2 at the very minimum. Free give them 6 1/3. Scoreless baseball. Nobody on base. They take him out to put Weaver in, and he shits the bed. Like, can't happen. Bednar's pitched 3 the last 4 days. What's it called? Fernando Cruz has pitched 2 of the last 4 days. 2 of the last 4 days as well for Devin Williams. Again, this is a team that doesn't strike out. Put the ball in play. Jazz Chisholm Jr., you've been really good defensively, but you had your couple blips. Anthony Volpe, you've been good second half. You have your blips, you know? We'll see. I trust McMahon. Grisham has been down this season defensively. Bellinger, hopefully he's good. I forgot to mention that. Just link to the video. Hopefully Cody Bellinger is good. He was gimping and limping. Boone said he'll be fine. Hopefully he's fine. We need him. They have the best offensive series, but hopefully he's good to go. And then we'll see what happens with the bench. Obviously, I expect to see Ben Rice in the lineup every single day. I expect every single day to see now Anthony Volpe in the lineup, and I expect every single day to see Jazz in the lineup against right-handed pitching, because they're not going to go to a lefty outside of their bullpen unless they shock the world, and instead of starting Trey Yesavage in Game 3, they start Eric Lauer, he's been quietly under the radar, having a really good season this year for the Blue Jays. Last time I checked, especially no one is a betting man, but yeah, they have a couple interesting guys in the bullpen, like I mentioned, Louis Varland, Yari Rodriguez. It's interesting stuff. Lefty Brendan Little, and lefty what's his name, Mason Fluharty. Jeff Hoffman has this stuff, but he's also prone to giving up barrels, giving up extra base hits and homers and stuff like that. Shane Bieber, Game 2 for the Blue Jays. He's been having a really good season. Came back second half, trade with the Guardians, so funny enough, they traded him, overtook the Tigers in 15.5 games to win AL Central, and Lord behold, I knew it. I know they're going to lose to that Tigers team. The Guardians just play an ethical brand of baseball, and the Tigers play more ethical. They actually hit for slug and things like that. So, yeah, I knew it would happen. Tariq Skubal, Game 1. They didn't win that game, funny enough, but they won the next 2. But yeah. I don't want to talk out of my ass. I literally vividly remember watching that, and they know actually, they actually won that game 2-1. I don't know what I'm yapping about, but yeah, they won the Series Scuba game. Obviously, that's what you have to do. And then they lost the game 2 with Buddy on the mound, Casey Mize, and they won Game 3 with Flaherty on the mound. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it right there for me. Again, the Blue are an annoying team. Don't give them any extra outs. They have ethical ball players. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. absolutely owns the Yankees. So does George Springer. They're being an annoying defensive team. You'd be like, man, how the fuck is he making that catch, man? Like, what the actual hell is going on? Watch out for Addison Barger. IKF probably will have a big time hit this series. They have a bullpen that's susceptible to giving up runs, so try to get to them as much as possible to starting pitching. It's good. It's not great. Like I mentioned, Kevin Gossman, who you faced a lot, Bieber, who you faced a lot, Trey Yesavage, who you've never faced, but he has really good stuff. He's one of the best pitching prospects in Major League Baseball. Couple of guys, like I mentioned, Louis Varland just hasn't been great with the losing, but he does have strikeout stuff, and then your lineup that is prone to striking out. And Alejandro Kirk is a tough at bat. He's annoying. He's really good defensively. So let's see what happens on the base pass with the Yankees. We know they're prone to errors, so let's see what happens and what transpires with all of that. But that is my reaction to the Yankees ALDS roster, the Blue Jays ALDS roster, and a slight little preview of the Yankees and Blue Jays ALDS. The Blue Jays won in the season series, I know it was a Red Sox. We were 9-4 against. Let me see. Let me quickly look it up. Yankees record versus Blue Jays 2025. The Yankees were 5-8. They won the last series. They got swept in Toronto. I believe we're 1-6 in Toronto against the Blue Jays, but we did win the last series, at least at home, earlier last month. Funny enough, close to a month to the date. September 6th, and now it's October 4th. So yeah, October baseball, here we go. I'm gonna need John Crossan to wake up. I need a really good series out of Cody Bellinger. He was pretty quiet last series. Who can get the big hit that you don't expect? Is it somebody like a Ryan McMahon? Is it Anthony Volpe, who's apparently a playoff riser? Let's see what happens and what transpires with all of that. Can the bullpen show up? Can the starting pitching show up against a annoying lineup that hits for pop? Doesn't strike out and puts the ball in play? Can the defense show up? A lot of questions that need to be answered. Let's see what transpires. Let's go Yankees. And yeah, I think that's it for me. And yeah, but other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Also follow me on Playback and Instagram. Links to everything, my channels, social media, will always be in the description box down below. But other than that, it's me, boy John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of y'all day, and I'm out, man. Peace. Also, go Yankees, baby. Peace.